When I was growing up, my parents would take every opportunity they had to remind me that alcoholism and addiction runs in my family. Like, I have always been aware from a very young age that I am predisposed to addiction issues because of my family and that I would most likely have an addictive personality. So, when I started drinking alcohol, it was very important to me that I have a healthy relationship with it and to closely monitor my relationship with it to ensure there wasn't any sort of dependency developing.
So I think that's a really healthy attitude towards alcohol. If you know that you have a vulnerability towards it, then setting yourself some rules or things that you know if you compromise will raise some red flags in your mind, allows it to be addressed before it becomes an issue. And so this seems to be quite a good approach.
So, my number one rule is that I never drink when I'm upset. I never use it as a self soothing mechanism for when I am angry or sad or anything like that. I learned this lesson the hard way in college when one night I was really upset and I drank too much and I blacked out and said really awful things to a bunch of people I really cared about.
That's really common. Alcohol makes us emotionally labile, so really up and down, and it also makes us impulsive. So we all get into trouble saying things that we shouldn't say to people. Um, Not using it as a coping strategy for when you're very distressed means you develop others that are much more healthy, and that will hold you in good stead.
So for me, alcohol is for good time celebrations when we're feeling level headed, when we're in a fine mood. And if I am feeling sad, I will find a different way to self medicate, usually through like watching TV to distract myself or, having a good meal or going for a walk or something like that. Because I think it's very important that alcohol doesn't become the thing that I depend on to get over a bad mood.
The other thing to think about is alcohol is a depressant. So if you're feeling sad, it will make you sadder and also more impulsive. So if you're somebody that struggles with self-harming or suicidality, it's going to make those things worse and can be quite dangerous. So we think of it as a party drug. That's not really the case. It lowers inhibitions and drops your mood.